Hello, adventurers. My name's Tyler.
And I'm Richard.
On today's episode, I'm going to be running Richard through a game, a totally legally distinct game, of Young Mutated Warrior Tortoises. Welcome to True Strike.
Howdy, folks, and welcome back to the show.
Cowabunga!
As our spooky month continues, we move on to yet another game that we're going to be playing. Just me and Tyler.
This is a game we've never played before. We're going to read through the rules and premise of the game for you all, because I assume a lot of you haven't played this. But if you wish to play it, we will post a link to it down in the description.
Okay.
All right. So, Richard,
What do we got
pitch
here?
this to you. And I'm going to just absolutely read through some of this. You notice there's a couple things I've crossed off. Those aren't going to be options for you because I didn't want to have to use a D8. Everything else is a D6. Why?
Fair.
I just didn't want that.
Fair.
So, in this game, you are totally, legally distinct young mutated warrior tortoises. The bad guys terrorizing the city tonight, and to put a stop to their evil plans, you want to go home, be home in time for dinner. You have two stats. Gnarly Dude and Pow. Gnarly Dude is for impressing people with sick tricks, sweet talking them, sneaking around, and using your noggin. Pow is for punching the bad guys, intimidating, using your mutated strength to lift, bend, etc. Set your Gnarly Dude and Pow to 5 each. So, it's 5 each. That means you're going to have 5 dice for each. You can
5
go ahead
dice
and mark
for
that.
each one. Okay.
So for yours, I would go ahead and do like a Gnarly Dude and a Pow. And then just have them each for 5. Be ready to adjust it if they increase.
You got it.
For checks, roll d6s equal to your stat. A single 6 counts as a success. Whenever you do something in a spectacular way or do something out of the box, and the GM, that's me, can reward you for by increasing your corresponding stat by 1. Stats do max out at 8, though. Your first, though, we're going to go ahead and make your character. I will let you describe your aesthetics after we establish everything else to give you, 1, some time to think about it, and 2, so you can, this is my flavor, some of that. So first off, go ahead and roll me a d6, and we're going to figure out what your weapon is.
All right. My weapon is a 4. It's a set of brass knuckles.
Brass knuckles! Okay. I was worried you were going to get a 2.
A pistol.
It would just really... I didn't want to get rid of it because I thought it was funny.
Hey, a pistol.
But it would have really set the tone.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to circle this for my end so that you have. So,
So
you got a set of brass
knuckles.
All right.
You got it.
Major villain has teamed up with a small-time bad guy to distract the tortoises while they implement their real plan. I need you to roll me a d6 for the bad guy.
Okay. A D6.
Yep.
That is a 1.
So Dex Laundry, the mad scientist.
Okay. Dex Laundry.
Yep, that's our small-time bad guy.
Okay.
Now, what is the bad guy doing? Roll me another d6.
A 6.
That they're attempting to steal a crown jewel from the museum, as mad scientist teams tend to do. Go ahead and roll me another d6 to figure out what the supervillain is.
A 1 again.
That is Thalaxa, the alien hive queen.
What?
Who has teamed up with our mad scientist.
Okay.
And one more d6 to figure out what the supervillain plot is.
That is a 2.
A 2. For a game where you have to roll 6s, we're not looking good.
No.
They are attempting to take over an orbital laser weapon. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Appropriate for an alien queen.
Yeah, no, that's kind of lines up.
Some of these were, not super crazy. Yeah, I say that, but I guess the other options were hurtling an asteroid to the planet or experimental black holes. So I guess they're all kind of wild. Maybe this is the most tame.
Yeah, this is the most tame, yeah.
Yeah, and considering you are the only young mutated warrior tortoise here tonight.
I'm the only one. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm all alone.
You don't have any brothers.
Okay.
Or
no
sisters
brothers,
with
no
you.
cousins.
No.
Okay.
The other reptiles, the reptilian people out here in the world, they're off dealing with
everybody's
other
off duty
things. Yes. Okay. It's Halloween night, of course, in New York City. And everyone else has got the night off. It's usually a pretty chill night but it's someone's got to be on job just in case. But while you're hanging out at your underground sewer dwelling, go ahead and describe to me what you look like, what you're doing, and what your home looks like.
Okay. So I think that that my home is probably just kind of made out of like a lot of like old discarded like cardboard. Right, like this is
Sure. Like pizza boxes.
Yeah, no, like all kinds of like all matter of cardboard, like shipping
Pampers,
boxes, pizza boxes, gift boxes, just all like the general cardboard trash that's around the city.
So you're just
spend a lot of time collecting it.
Cardboard collection bins.
Yeah, I'm raiding all the cardboard collection bins. Yeah, okay. So I imagine that my stuff is mostly made out of cardboard. Yeah, tons of cardboard, little cardboard castle area. Nice. And that's what I've got it all built out of.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you look like?
So let's see. I'm a tortoise, right? Okay. Since I'm using brass knuckles, I'm gonna go with a spur thigh tortoise. All you reptile people out there that are watching,
I know exactly what that is.
So we're gonna go spur thigh. So in addition to my brass knuckles, as kind of like that, like on my my forearms, I've got like these like long spurs that I'm using to like dig. I can use those to dig on. If I was tortoising, but for the fighting purposes, I'm kind of like using them in conjunction with my brass knuckles.
Nice,
right? So I'm kind of like
built-in plates.
Yeah, like built-in plating. I'm like pit fighter tortoise.
Okay.
I'm like kind of like the same brown of the cardboard that I collect so much of. Except for like my scoots on my back, they have kind of like a dark, like darker black kind of outline to them, like almost like star tortoises have.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm kind of like a darker brown, like cardboard.
To hide your identity, if we go out in public, do you wear any kind of like headband or mask or anything like that?
I have a
kind of disguise.
I have an overcoat, like a rain slick almost, that I wear to kind of like cover me over, and then I have like a big, thick, like wide brimmed hat that I kind of put over, that I can like kind of put down over my face, so I can kind of like look down at the ground and kind of like shuffle amongst the people.
Yeah.
And I just look like a very like just like a built stocky dude,
like the Thing,
like walking. Yeah, like the Thing. That's how I hide myself.
Yeah. Also, just before we kick this off, I know we're very short into this. Hi everybody, Richard and I are still recovering from illness. So if you notice any sick people sounds, I do apologize.
It's him. He's still the sick people.
It's probably me.
I'm perfectly healthy.
He says that.
I passed my Constitution saving throw.
Who knows? He was sick first, so I guess it's fair. Maybe tomorrow I'll be perfectly fine.
I'm fine now.
We're recording today. Yeah, there he goes.
It's fine. It's fine.
I also was invaded by a bug at the end of the last episode recording, so there's probably something flying around.
He ate a bug. He wasn't invaded.
It assaulted me mid-sentence at the outro of our show. It was terrible. If you go back and watch the end of the episode, you can probably see it.
You'll see him almost
zoom
dying.
in enhance. You can see it happen in real time. It's terrible. All right. So, you're sitting down. You're just enjoying the nice, pleasant sounds of a river of waste flowing through your home. It's, nice, typical, October 31st. Occasional sounds of mad people and traffic, ambulances here and there. It's pleasing to you. It's nice. It's almost like a sleep sounds. It's what you've grown up with. What do you think your brothers are up to right now?
I don't know. They're probably gathering supplies, getting ready for the influx of supervillains that comes around Halloween, because they're just walking around, right?
Yeah, well, everyone's a supervillain right now. Like, it's hard to tell.
Exactly. They can just walk around out in the open, so it's like you're a little bit more confident, so we have to be a little bit more on edge. So they're probably out gathering supplies that we need to kind of like amp up for the month. People are just going crazy right now.
Yeah. Especially, you got Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up. That's what's
Thanksgiving is the worst.
Brings people together. It's terrible. They call Black Friday's a dark time.
Yeah, it's dark time.
Yeah. But just then, there's an alert on your shell phone.
Oh, okay. Pull out my cell phone. Yeah, really big. It's really hard to use, actually. I mostly just kind of like mash it until it does what I needed to do.
Yeah. You load it up. It's got your favorite Power Rangers wallpaper on the background. Because I couldn't think of any other IPs to bring into this to make it even more legally distinct. I guess it wouldn't be Power Rangers at that point, right? It'd be like energy soldiers.
Yeah, I like that. Go, energy soldiers. Woo, 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 woo.
And March O'Brien, a newscaster, is on your cell phone and video calling you, and they're like, "What's your name?"
A newscaster's calling me.
Yeah, what's your name?
Oh, what's my name?
Yeah.
Oh man, you really got me on that one.
That.
So nobody knows my real name.
Oh.
But I just go by Frank.
So March O'Brien calls up and says, "Frank, there's a problem. I need your help."
March, in this city, there's always a problem.
Yeah, but it's happening right now.
March, it's always happening right now, especially during October. You know how people get around Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but you gotta come up here. Dex Laundry, the mad scientist. They're trying to steal the crown jewel from the museum. The Crown Museum.
Dex he's small time. You know that.
Yeah, but someone's gotta stop him and everyone else is busy gathering supplies.
All right, fine.
Why are you always so slow?
You know, it's just how I am. The city, it makes you slow.
Dex!
It brings you down all the time.
Dex!
Would you?
He just killed a man.
You're interrupting me here.
He just
and I'm
killed
really
a
trying
man
to get across the point.
Oh God!
Is that it's gonna be like this all through October into November.
It's the 30th. There's like 3 hours left of October. It's almost over.
Fine, I'm coming.
There's a second murder. Hurry!
Just hold your horses, March.
Oh God!
I'm hanging up the phone.
Yeah. So, you get these kind of calls. It's probably not that big of a deal. Like you mentioned, Dex isn't that, big time a villain, but someone's got to take care of it. And local law enforcement is, stuck dealing with making sure kids get their candies x-rayed and things like that for Halloween. When someone, eating a razor bladed apple or whatever people give out for Halloween. So
it's horrible.
What kind of vehicle do you have? Do you go on foot? Do you have like a skateboard? Do you have a van? What do you think? What do you think?
So we
Frank
normally
drives?
have a van, but my brothers have the van.
Yeah.
So I have one of those the rentable e-scooters.
I thought you were gonna say e-bike was even better. Yeah.
Yeah, that I have that I had my one brother. He's much smarter than me.
Better at tech.
Yeah, I had him kind of hotwire that for me.
Yeah.
So that I can just charge it down in the box fort.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have my my little e-scooter that I use.
Okay. Yeah. So you hop on your e-scooter, and you just start zipping up the paths that lead out of the sewer. As you reach the top, there's a big manhole on the side of like a drainage pond that just lifts up, and you out of it on the sidewalk.
My coat's just trailing behind me.
It drops down.
Yeah.
A couple of kids, one of them dressed as a ghost, one of them dressed as Danny Phantom. Danny Franton. It sees them and they're like, "Whoa!" And you just kind of like,
I just tip my hat as I'm scooting by.
In no time at all, you make it over to the Crown Museum where they keep the crown jewel from the Crown Museum. It's just a big, of this. It's a big deal. So in this museum full of crowns, there's one massive jewel. It weighs probably like 47.5 pounds. And it's this like really pretty like amethyst, and on the bottom it's got this like emerald little tip. And the legend says if a crown was ever made that could support this jewel, and a queen's head could ever carry it without snapping in half instantly, that she could rule the world. And so far, this hasn't happened. But they keep it there for safekeeping, and it seems like Dex Landry is here to do it. So you pull up, you see March with their news station. They're out there, they're catching the footage of it. There's a couple of security guards murdered in the street leading up to the museum,
and Dex.
There's just like beakers and other like scientific equipment like all over the place. And March turns to you and says, "Oh my God, thank God you're here! Hurry! Dex is inside!"
You don't worry about Dex. I'll take care of Dex.
Thank gosh!
You worry about keeping the public out here and away from me while I work.
Okay, we'll make sure that they stay away and no one knows your secret identity, Frank.
You gotta stop using my name in public, March.
You told me it was a secret name.
That's
I don't know your real names.
Yeah. You just gotta call me the Defender.
That's new to me.
The public defender when we're out in public.
Oh, that's new. Okay, the public defender, formerly known as Frank.
Assigned for you by the state.
You work for the state?
No, it's just a saying.
Oh, I see. All right.
I got work to do.
You hear gunshots. Oh, it's a third one.
I'm gonna start marching up. Is there stairs? Is it like a?
So from here, there's a like gated off entrance with one of those like wheelie gates. It's totally like full pulled open. There's one body right by the gate. Looks like maybe they were trying to close it before Dex got in. 30 feet back from him, there was another guard who had a firearm who's died. It's like laying next to him. And then just a couple of moments later, there was like a big, large glass entrance to this museum. This thing's at least like 3 or 4 stories tall. There's a lot of crowns inside of there. There is a guard who's fumbling and just kind of like smashes like part way through one of like the glass windows. And all the lights at this point are on in this thing, and you can just see like movement here and there. But from here, no eyes on Dex. But not stairs. It's like smooth path up, and then there's like parking and such around this large building.
Okay. I'm gonna walk past. I'll kind of just give a slight nod to the fallen officers that I see.
One of them nods back.
Oh, God. Sorry I couldn't get here sooner. March really didn't impress upon me how urgent it was until it was too late.
You deep inside that they's just glad the public defender is here.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna walk straight up, not stopping. I don't need things like pistols.
Yeah.
Not when you got these guns.
Right. You're already fully loaded.
I'm already locked and loaded.
Unlimited ammo.
Unlimited ammo. Yeah. No reloads.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going up.
So you walk up to the front. You just try the front door?
Yeah, if there's a front door, I'm just gonna like walk up to it and just try and walk through it. Like I just kind of like walk and just keep walking, like I'm pressing through it, like the Juggernaut. Just trying to walk through the door.
You go to walk up, and it's got one of those automatic doors, and they're like kind of opening. You kind of reach it before it fully opens. So like I don't know if it's a timing thing or a confidence, but it's it catches a little bit of you as it's kind of opening. The shell kind of catches for a sec before it lets you go. It actually bends in a little bit, and then after you step inside, it kind of gets caught. And then the doors just stay open. But you make it inside. Inside the Crown Museum, you see a front desk with a couple of seats and pamphlets for other museums off to the side, and pricing up on the wall. Obviously, it's free to enter, but they do have suggested donations of $47 if you can afford it, or they have a VIP tour where someone will come show you around all different crowns and stuff. That one is $37,000. But
it was an expensive museum.
Look at there's a photo of a Baylor Mift holding the crown jewel. Michael Baxon is also like there posing with it and stuff. So, local celebrities and stuff of this era. And so, it's probably worth it to touch the rock that other people have touched. So that's cool. If you can afford it, why not? I guess. Support your museums, kids. So stepping in there, there is a metal detector you have to go through. And you see a little bit of movement upstairs from staff, and behind the desk, you hear a little bit of like someone kind of like shovels under their desk a little bit.
Okay. I'm gonna walk through. I'll have to probably sidestep to get through this metal detector.
Yes.
And then walk over, pick up a pamphlet, stuff it into my overcoat.
Okay. Yeah.
Walk over to the donation, reach into my other pocket, and pull out some change, and I'll drop it into the box.
Okay. A voice from underneath the desk. Thank you. We appreciate the donation, even though it's not mandatory. And please take your time looking around.
I'm going to suggest that you get your compatriots and leave this museum. It might get a little messy.
I'm scheduled until tomorrow. I can't afford to leave. And if I do, the union will make sure that I am fired.
Well, it's your funeral, man. I got business to do.
That's why you're here, right? To make sure there's no funeral?
Well, no guarantees. And I turn around and I walking up towards the front. I guess is there stairs that go up?
Yes, there's stairs, and there's a glass elevator too. This place is, like I said, about 4 stories up. You know that's.
I was gonna say, do I know where the crown jewel is?
Yes. So once you get up to the, so from the center room, it's like a wide open area. There are some video screens showing off videos of different crowns throughout the eras. And there's one in the background's projection that is just talking about this crown jewel and the lore and everything else. You can see up, it's a pretty big open room, 3 floors, and in different exhibits and stuff all around in different areas. But the 4th floor it's solid ceiling from where you're at. You would either have to go up multiple floors or take the elevator up. But in the center of the 4th floor, it's just this whole exhibit dedicated nothing but the crown jewel.
Okay. I'll take the elevator.
So you want to go to the elevator?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the elevator.
All right.
Yeah.
So
walk up and I press the button. Crack my knuckles.
And the doors open up on the 3rd floor. And there is a intern of the museum sitting there with some papers and stuff. They're gathering up some pamphlets and stuff. And are you going down?
Nope. Going to the crown jewels.
Oh, okay, I'll catch the next one. Sorry. And then they back up and they're looking at you.
Press the closed door button 3 times.
Okay, doors shut.
Wait, is this the floor?
Bing! Doors open up to the 3rd or the 4th floor. Doors open up, and you see a woman in a long, oversized lab coat and dread black hair, giant goggles, and just has like a rolling suitcase full of like different ingredients and beakers and stuff like that, and a one of those robot dogs that you always see on YouTube nowadays. And it's one with her, and she's actively trying to hacksaw off a support beam for this crown jewel to get it out of this gold setup they have, where it's like suspended from both the ground and the ceiling, like holding it in place to where it looks like almost like it's like hovering in place, but it's very well secured at the same time. And she sees you come in and, oh, you're too late, Frank. What do you mean, public defender? No, it's Frank. Huh. Public defender, Frank. You are too late. You can't stop me. And turns to the dog. Get him, Frank. Rawr. And Frank the robot dog starts to run towards you.
Frank the robot dog?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm just going to walk out of the elevator. All right, Dex, it's time for you to go home.
And Frank jumps at you.
I'm going to punch him.
All right, go ahead and roll me some POW. 5d6.
So yeah, if this dog jumps at me, I'm just going to rear back and just do an uppercut, try and like, book.
Okay. Oh, I see at least one.
I have a 6.
That does it then. So Frank, the inconveniently named robot dog, jumps up at you, metal teeth bare, and you just uppercut this thing, and it just hits the ceiling and bang, 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 and like bounces off the ceiling, the floor, and bounces, skids over next to Dex. You hit a dog. I'm going to tell the media after I take my crown jewel, that is.
Don't you know you're supposed to keep your dog on a leash while in a public space, Dex?
Don't you come at me with the rules. I'm a bad guy. And she's going to take out a remote and attempts to, not as an attempt, she does press it. I just remembered I don't have to roll dice, so I can do whatever I want.
No.
You can't stop me. She presses this button, and from the back of the suitcase, a large boxing glove accordions out and attempts to push you into the elevator. And it goes. Can you go ahead and give me a gnarly dude or pal, your choice, whatever you think matches it more, whether you're using your strength and skills and stuff like that, or more of your brain and sick tricks to try to avoid this.
I'm gonna try and uppercut it.
Okay, so pal, go and roll me a pal.
One trick pony. I got a 6.
You got a 6?
I got a 6.
All right, so this boxing glove comes at you, and you know what? Go ahead and bump up your pal +1 because you've doubled down on this.
All right.
And you just punch this punching glove.
Yep.
And it just boing, and it bounces it, and it curves, it hits the ceiling, and the accordion is just so long, it's too long, and it reaches back, and just no, and it punches her, and she flies across the room, and the remote like skids to like a halt, and she's just like on the corner of the room, like little birds like floating over her head, and she passes out. You seem to have defeated Dex and their canine friend, Frank.
Nice. All right. I'm going to go over and see if I can, did she damage this crown jewel situation?
So you walk up and you check the crown jewel. The support beam for it does have like minor bits of metal like missing from it, but it's pretty strong. You think it probably would have taken a couple hours of sawing to really break this loose. And you look down on the floor and there's 5 sets of saws that have already lost most of the teeth. And there is a briefcase open up with like 20 to 30 more sets of, saws that she was going to just like keep going between. I think the idea here was that if she got at least one support free, then the jewel would just come out. But it was going to take a hot minute. You saved the day in this instance. Like you didn't give her, all the time she needed to do it. So you did it.
Okay.
Yep.
Do I have the phone number for like the local police?
Yeah.
Call up my cell phone and see if I can call somebody.
Okay. So you call through. They the local chief answers up the phone. He has a tortoise themed phone on his end. He reaches past the regular phone and the red phone, both that are just ringing off the hook, and he reaches straight for the tortoise shell phone, and he picks it up. This is the chief. Go ahead.
Hey, chief, I'm gonna need a cleanup crew down at the museum.
The museum?
Yeah.
Why the museum? Alexa, the alien hive queen, is trying to take over an orbital laser weapon. Are your brothers there?
No, they're out collecting. Listen, Dex is here. She was trying to steal the crown jewels again.
Dex is small fry compared to Alexa, the alien hive queen.
Well, Dex is taken care of, so you need to send somebody up here to clean this up.
Everybody's busy. They're all out gathering supplies. It's almost November.
Listen,
it's just me.
I've never fought an alien before. I fight mad scientists and robo-crocs and purple tiger gangs, okay?
You fought Bosco, the big alien mean man, last week. Don't you lie to me, Frank, the public defender.
That was when I had my brothers helping me.
Well, it's time you step up. There's no one here but you, Frank, the public defender #1. It's gotta be you. I gotta sit here and answer phones. I'll send someone to pick up Dex as soon as possible.
Where even is the orbital laser?
It's right outside your window. And if
I look
you
out the
peer
window.
outside, there's just a big purple light just pulsating. And then it starts to turn into a darker hue of like a deep red, and the pulse gets slower. And it starts to pinpoint like deeper and deeper. And then the laser beam starts to move closer and closer to the museum that you're in.
Closer to the museum that I'm in?
Yep. And if you peer up, you can see up in space, somewhere between the moon and Earth, is this giant space machine in the shape of a snake. Yep. I know.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just a big coiled up snake, and its face is like looking at you, and the mouth is starting to like extend open, and the fangs are starting to protrude, and this beam is like forming in its mouth, and it's just focusing tighter and tighter.
Tighter and tighter?
Yep.
I don't know how to get up there with my scooter.
Oh, yes, you do. You know.
Does my scooter have the capabilities?
So, you know that your brother Bonnie tricked out this scooter to go. I almost said suboptimal.
Suboptimal performance. It needs to be charged.
It does need charging. If there was some sort of like power source in this room that you could use to overcharge it, you believe this thing has the capability of launching you straight into space once.
One time.
Yeah.
What kind of power source?
I don't know. You want to go ahead and roll me a gnarly dude?
Yes. I want to give a gnarly dude here. That's 2 sixes.
That's 2 sixes?
2 sixes.
At that, you're looking around the room and you just hear a battery at 90%. And you realize that Frank, the unfortunately named dog, probably has a pretty good battery.
All right.
And then with 2 sixes, I won't have you roll another one. Quickly, you can spring into action, and you're able to combine bits of Frank into your scooter, and it attaches almost like magic, like it was always meant to be. Bonnie set this thing up to be compatible with all kinds of robot animals. And now you have a scooter with the head of a dog and the rear end of a scooter, and it's ready for takeoff.
All right, suboptimal Frank. You got an upgrade into scooter time.
And he just seems super excited. You jump on the scooter, you're going to space?
Yes.
So you jump on this scooter. Do you wear a helmet or anything? Or do you
I don't need a helmet. I have a shell.
You're right.
Yeah.
You jump on the
I am
scooter.
a helmet.
So how do you go? What direction?
So I aim the scooter.
Yeah.
And then
You're already on the 4th floor. You're halfway there.
Yeah, I aim the scooter. And then I get as into my shell as I can.
Yeah.
While still holding on. But I kind of like shrink in.
Yeah.
And I put my head down as far as I can in.
Yeah.
And I just gas it.
You just hit the gas, and this thing, it takes a minute to like get going, but once it does, it just and faster than you've ever gone before. This Frank scooter just rockets out the window and then up towards this orbital laser, and you are just going fully in your shell, and it's shaking, and you can feel the heat increasing on you, but it's okay. You can take it. You're Frank, the public defender #1. And before you know it, you are up in space, and you're hurtling towards this space station. Is there anywhere in particular you want to aim?
You said it's coming out of the mouth of this thing? I'm going for one of the eyes.
Okay. So heading straight into one of the eyes.
The eyes has got to be a landing platform.
You bust straight in, and there's just a gas and air is escaping all through it, and these like shutters come down, and now from the outside it looks like the snake has one eye. And you land, you screech to a halt, the scooter hits the ground, slides, and explodes. And then you just scrape along in your closed turtle shell and kind of bounce around a little bit, and you come to a stop, and it feels like the world is spinning. You come out of your shell, and standing in front of you is this large, slimy, green alien queen with a snake head. And she just looks at you and says, "Ah, Frank, the public defender #1. I see you found my cleverly disguised orbital laser taking over machine. I've taken over this orbital laser tonight after I distracted you with Dex Laundry, the mad scientist who was trying to steal the crown jewel from the Crown Museum. But now I'm going to destroy the Crown Museum with you inside of it."
Well, I'm not in the Crown Museum anymore, am I?
"How did you make it here so quickly?"
With suboptimal Frank, who did a very good job wherever he is.
"He's dead." You hear, "Yep, I'm dead." It's from an echoing explosion down the hall. "But was I a good boy?"
This time.
"I'll take it." And then she's going to lash out with these tentacles that all reach around her, and she's going to attempt to do that thing you've seen in animated movies where they pull up your limbs in the different directions. How do you want to avoid this?
Well, you can't pull my limbs if they're not on the outside of my shell.
So you want to try to pull your limbs in?
Yeah. So I'm gonna
Are you using your strength or your brain?
I basically want to if I see this coming at me,
yes, you do.
I'm going to basically hurtle myself forward, and then at the same time pull in, go inside of my shell.
Hurtle forward and pull in your shell.
Yeah.
Is this with power or your brain?
This is probably my brain.
All right, that's gnarly, dude.
Yeah, this will be gnarly.
Every time
I got a 6.
So you do. You know what? Go ahead and add one to your gnarly, because that's smart. And you lean forward and you pull in, and she goes, and all of the tentacles just miss where your limbs were, and now her tentacles are just stretched out and about, like just weak and defenseless, just where your limbs used to be. And you have a moment to do whatever you want, Richard.
So, just from deep inside of the shell, all you hear is, "Nice try."
"I didn't expect you to do that." And she tries to retract her tentacles.
Yeah, I'm just kind of rocking there in place where I landed.
Okay. And then
I'm going to wait.
Okay.
I'm waiting. I'm holding my action.
Yeah.
Until somebody's close enough. Or I feel like someone's close enough.
So she retracts the tentacles, and then she, seeing that you're kind of busy, she turns and sees that the laser is almost ready. And she says, "You're too late, Frank, the public defender." And she goes to hit like a big red button and smashes it. And you just hear a firing laser in 10, 9.
Oh, I'm going to run and press that button. I want to come out. I want to press the button too.
You pop out and you're going to go press the button?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got to turn it off, right?
I don't know. Go ahead and make me a pal.
I got all 4s and 3s.
And that was 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go to run up and you hit the button. And 6, 3.
No.
2.
I press the button again.
Okay. Do you want this to be? You know what? I'll give you this second one. You want this to be gnarly, dude, or pal?
No, it's gnarly.
It's
no.
gnarly.
I'm gonna pow it because
All
I'm
right,
gonna hit it.
harder?
I'm gonna punch it
harder.
I'm gonna punch this button
All
harder.
right,
Yeah.
Double down.
We're gonna do power.
3, 2.
Oh God.
That was a 6 too.
Nope. I gotta get.
No.
That was out of the thing. It doesn't count.
No, it doesn't count. That's what sucks. We have a rule here. Out of the box doesn't count. Unfortunately, it was a 6, but it didn't count.
4s and 3s again, except for 1, 2.
So you managed to punch right through this button on this second attempt. 1, 0. And just in this large explosion of the Crown Jewel Museum. And next thing you know, and the fire and smoke clears. You could see even from outer space because this monitor up in front of you is enhancing down to the scene. The building is mostly destroyed, but the crown jewel itself is sitting there in place, and it is just like spinning, and it's absorbing this energy, and it is starting to just radiate this like red and pulsing energy. Soon, I will use the crown jewel to control all of the world.
Can I punch her?
You can certainly try.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
I'm just mad now. So,
Okay.
like while she's talking, I just turn and I want to punch her in the face.
Okay.
No. I got 5s, 4s, 2s. Nah.
You go to punch her and you're angry, but your heart's not in it after you've failed. Your punches have failed you twice now, which has never happened.
Yeah,
They've
that
never
doesn't
failed
happen
you twice
usually.
in a row. And she kind of just sidesteps with her weird snake-like body as you punch through. And when you do, this glass container comes over you and just boom, and it seals you off. And then you just hear.
I don't like this situation at all. But I wonder if I could punch through this.
And you see she's on the monitor or keyboard. She's pressing a couple other things. And the fangs each start to create their own beam. And they fire down onto the gem too, which starts to glow even brighter and start to spin. And you're going to try to punch out of this dome.
Yes.
This
I want to
cylinder
punch
container.
out of this dome.
Okay.
Yeah. You said it's made of glass.
Yes.
That is 3 6s.
Oh my God. All right. So you recenter yourself. You focus back in on a time before you were a young mutated warrior tortoise, and you were just a young tortoise. And you focus in, and you go back to the time of when you and your brothers were just walking around on land, nibbling on plant life, and occasionally ingesting water to survive. And then you remember someone was eating one of those old prepackaged sandwiches from a gas station, and they took a bite out of it, and not long later they choked on some and they dropped it on the floor, and then you guys all went up and started eating bites of this green mayonnaise, and you started mutating into these strange, large, young, mutated warrior tortoises, and it all comes back to you. The reason for being and the reason for your being is to punch things. And you punch straight through this glass. What are you doing? 3 6s. I'll say you punch her too, and she flies across the monitor and the keyboard and everything. Hits the side of the monitor. It kind of spins with her, and she across the glass of this spaceship, this orbital laser. But the gem at this museum is still glowing brighter and brighter. What will you do next?
All right. So I want to think, what would Bonnie do?
Oh, so I'm going to need a gnarly dude for that.
And I want to see if I can look at this console and see if there's a way to control the ship.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, wait. I have 6 for that, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Ah.
Actually, I'm going to increase your POW to a 7, by the way, for the last moment.
All right. So I didn't get it on that one.
Okay. So you start to think to yourself, what would Bonnie do? And you think and you think and you think, and you realize you have no idea what Bonnie would do because you're not Bonnie. The only thing you know is what Frank would do.
I think Frank would punch it.
Go ahead and roll me a POW.
Because that's the only thing that Frank knows how to do. Is punch things. I got 2 6s on a punch.
What do you want to accomplish?
So I was trying to move the station.
Yeah.
Like, cause it's targeting, right? So I want to try and just move it. So that was my whole thing, was looking for like a flight yoke so that I could like shift the whole laser. So it's not shooting the crown
through like the rest of the planet.
Yeah. I need to get away from the gem.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would just start like punching it. Hopefully, like my thought process is if I punch that direction, the laser's going to move that direction.
Right.
So I'm punching the console.
So you
to
punch it,
try
and
move
as
it.
you repeatedly punch it, it starts moving in the direction you're punching it, and you don't know if you're actually controlling it like a yoke, or if in space your punches are strong enough that the momentum is actually shifting the space station itself.
Doesn't actually matter as long as my goal is being achieved.
It is being achieved, and you've moved away from the crown jewel. You were slowly moving this laser through like countless cities and people's homes and schools and hospitals, but each punch starts to move faster and faster and faster until after 37 consecutive punches, the laser is no longer pointed at the planet, and it is pointing towards the sun. What do you want to do?
Towards the sun?
Yes.
Oh, that's like worse. That can't be good. I don't really know what this laser is capable of. Well, now we got the laser at the sun, so you either tell me how to punch this thing off, or we blow up the sun and we take us both out.
Thalaxa, you look over to her, you tell her all this, and you look over, and she's in a snake egg like escape pod, and she's like, "You're SOL, my friend!" Beep, boom, and she launches towards the planet.
Towards the planet?
Yeah.
All right. Can I see which direction the pod is going?
Yes.
I move to the other
Towards the
side of the
planet.
console, and I start punching it back.
Go ahead and make me a.
Do you want power or do you want gnarly?
All right, I'm gonna be honest. I want both. I want. You tell me what you're doing first, but I want a gnarly and a pow.
I'm trying to punch it back towards the escape pod.
Yes, I would like one of each. You tell me what you're doing first.
All right. I'm going to use pow to punch it, and then gnarly to zero it in.
Okay. So you're doing pow first?
Yes.
Okay.
So that is a 6.
Yep. So you have the strength.
I have the strength. And now I need the gnarly. I did not.
Oh no! So you punch the laser, and it starts zeroing in from the sun back towards Thalax's escape pod, and as it comes through, you do manage to hit the pod, and the pod starts to glow. And what are you doing? But what you didn't account for is the amount of time you were on the sun, and you see a large solar flare is starting to trail, and she's like, "This is not nearly enough time. You won't be able to." Is that fire? Ah! And the solar flare knocks out all the electronics in her thing, and she just engulfs into a radiant beam, a ball falling from the sky, and now there is a pod-sized meteorite plummeting towards the city.
Plummeting towards the city.
Yes.
All right. Is suboptimal Frank is just gone, right?
Yeah, unless you want to do something to bring it back.
Well, the laser is still going, right?
Yes, unless you want to end that.
Well, I think I want to try and end that.
Okay. I'm going to give you one more to your pal for being able to control the space console.
Okay.
So you want to end the laser?
So I want to... There's got to be a power source to this entire thing, right?
To the whole space station?
Yeah.
Of course.
So I want to try and trace this back to like a panel in the wall.
Okay.
And I just want to try and like wreck through... I'm just trying to break this station in completely.
Yeah.
Like I want to try and cut the power.
Given
to
a
this
quick
whole
once
thing.
around, you see this like glowing gem in the center of the room, not nearly the size of like the crown jewel, but this like green shard, and underneath it is a red switch that says on and off. Right now, it's in the on position.
Oh, I should have looked for that earlier. Could I turn that off?
Do you want to pull it? Do you want to punch it? What do you want to do?
Well, I mean, So an uppercut would turn it on.
Yes.
So if I were to bring like down, let's do like a 12-6 on it.
You do a 12-6? Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll me 8-6 for a 12-6. Let's see if you can.
No.
So you try to bring it down, and when you do, you clank your elbow, your armored elbow into it, and it's just really stuck. Like it's just won't move. And you notice that at some point someone took Gorilla Tape and they wrapped it around the handle and they taped it up a little bit. It's just no way to get that off.
What if I were to
tight.
punch the gem?
You're gonna punch the gem itself.
Yeah.
You can certainly try.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because this is obviously I can't use the switch. So
Yeah, there's no way.
there's no way.
You'd have to.
That stuff is
You'd have to be a smarter tortoise. You can try to punch the gem. Yeah.
I would try and punch the gem
Alright.
out of the holder then.
Okay.
That is a 6. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You managed to punch straight through. And are you attempting to grab the gem or just punch the gem out?
Punch it out.
So you punch the gem out. It flies across the room and it lands in like the broken remains of Frank the dog. And the remains start to like gather and like float up in the air. And they and they stick to the gem. And then Frank, this dog scooter, is reformed, but glowing green eyes and like this pulsating energy, like it's a gamma bomb.
Oh, on Frank.
Yes.
Okay.
Frank's been reborn.
All right. He's no longer suboptimal Frank.
Now he's optimal.
Optimal Frank. All right. So is the laser still going or is it shut off?
Oh, it's off.
It's off. Okay. Yeah. So then I'm going to run
The whole
over.
space station starts to list.
All right. I'm going to run over and jump on Frank. And
what have you brought me back?
We got one last mission, Frank. We got to go.
He pulls down some sunglasses. Let's do it.
All right. And I'm going to pilot him
Out the other eye.
out the other eye. And we're going to aim for Thraxla's pod.
Okay.
And we're just going to try and ram it.
Okay, yeah. It's starting to enter like the Earth's like orbit and everything. And it's at that like air where at this point, even a couple more minutes in this could be just a massive explosion, knock out at least the city, if not more.
So what I'm trying to do here is we're gonna cruise in at her pod.
Yeah.
And before it makes contact, I'm gonna jump off this pod.
You're gonna jump the pod or the scooter?
Off of the scooter.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I'm
Ride
trying
the
to do
scooter
is
in.
we're gonna try and ride the scooter in.
Yeah.
Full
speed.
Because this is our Hail Mary,
Yeah.
Frank. This is what we got to do.
Yeah.
Are we over water?
No, you're over the city.
We're over the city.
Yeah.
All right. We might not make this, buddy.
I've already died once.
But I'm gonna try and ride it down. But it's before we hit, I'm gonna jump off because I got to go in my shell. Because I got to try and ride my shell down to the city level and not die.
Okay, so are you gonna hit the pod as a shell, or are you gonna hit the pod and then go and shell?
I'm gonna try and hit the pod with Frank.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna try and explode it in midair.
Okay, I'm following
using
you.
Frank as a weapon.
Yep.
But I don't want to be in this
like the Knights of Yore.
Yeah.
You're gonna ride your steed.
But I don't want to be in this explosion. So
Right,
I want
of
to
course.
jump off, go into my shell at the last minute. I don't know if I'm going to survive this, but this is the only thing I got.
Okay. All right. Easy enough. You do so. You already did so. You shot out the window already. This is already happening. And you're flying in, going full speed. I'm going to give you what you want, sort of, if you get 1-6. I'm going to give you exactly what you want if you get 2-6.
Okay. Is this a POW or a gnarly?
You tell me.
I'm going to say I'm not punching anything this time. This
It
time
feels
I'm
like-
just piloting.
I was going to say, it felt to me like this is you using your aggression. You know who Frank is, to destroy this thing.
Yeah, but I'm no longer the fist. This is what would Bonnie do.
This is
This
what
is
Bonnie
my
would-
brother.
This is what's gone well for you every time.
This is what Bonnie would do. He would use
Okay.
his smarts, not his power. We're using our smarts here.
So
We're gonna try and
using
destroy
the
a bomb
scooter-
with another bomb.
Right.
This
Using the
is-
bomb,
this
not
is
using
smarts.
yourself.
Yeah,
Got it.
not using myself.
Okay.
Got 2 6s.
Hey! All right. So you pilot Frank the dog scooter and you line it up just right, and there's no sound coming from Flax, like she's burned to a crisp, and you crash in, and just when you do, you wish Frank farewell as you jump off, tuck and roll in, and your shell just poof, is launched so fast towards the city. As this massive explosion happens in the air, as this gamma bomb hits this radiated sun drop pod bomb, snake guts and everything. It's just terrible. And you just flying towards the earth, shell just steaming and smoking. You light up on fire a little bit. It's hot, but it's not the hottest thing you've ever felt. You've known another's touch. This is a family show. But with your 2 6s, you let me know where you want to land.
So I want to land outside of the museum.
Okay.
Because I want to see if March made it. Check.
Okay. You land, and when you do, you come in, and this crown jewel is still spinning, and it's radiant, full of energy. And the next thing everyone sees is this large tortoiseshell smack into the jewel, and the jewel shatters into 7 pieces, and they go all across the world, and you crash into the ground.
Emeralds.
And just a large hole there with a tortoiseshell. March O'Brien runs over. Oh, Frank! I mean, public defender, are you okay?
I pop out of my shell. All in a day's work.
You're such a cool young mutated warrior tortoise.
Glad to see you made it out of the explosion okay, March.
Yeah. I need all a day's work for a news time reporter. And then a hockey player rolls up with a mask on, and he's like, "Did you guys catch the game?"
You're late to the party, Lacey.
And that's where we'll end this game. Yes, if you call last week Richard's game was a real game, this is what we like to call a fun game.
What do you mean a real game? That was a real game. I rolled all kinds of dice.
You know, so many dice, so many 6s. All right, so what'd you think of Totally Legally Distinct Young Mutated Warrior Tortoises
Totally
by UN
young.
Mendoza?
UN Mendoza. I like it. I think this would be really cool to actually play with like a full group.
Right? Like actually
Right.
have like a full group
Like
of
an
like
actual
tortoises?
group of tortoises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Totally. I think this is one of those fun, like, I saw it and I was like, this is just absurd enough to try it, especially like on the show. Why not try something for the first time on recording? You know?
No,
And
that's
you just-
always great. I love trying out new systems.
And it's obviously like there's no like hard and fast rules for failure and death and everything like that. But I love the collaborative storytelling. And yeah, I think you get like a
Oh, I
whole
thought I
group-
was gonna die.
you get a whole group of people. Oh, I was gonna
100% thought I was gonna
if
die.
you didn't do that last thing, it was going to be the last moment of Frank,
Yeah.
Public Defender #1.
Nope.
I was not afraid in a one shot.
I thought Frank was dead.
Like no one's ever heard of Frank. This is why.
Even though I was taking a 2 dice penalty on that last one.
Yeah.
It just felt right. You know.
Yeah.
With my brother, dude.
Bonnie
not
would
me.
be proud.
Yeah.
You're going to come back with all the supplies and be like, "So how was your night?"
He's never gonna believe me.
Yeah.
These guys should have been there.
You're gonna have to come back for the sequel where you have 7 evil queens rise in an effort to gain power.
I was gonna say we got these chaos jewels all over the land now.
Yeah,
So we definitely have what our next mission is.
exactly. We're just gonna need all the tortoises together to see this play out.
I need my brothers for this one.
Yep. But hey, everyone, if you enjoyed Young Mutated Warrior Tortoises, like I said, I'm going to put a link to it down below. This is something I found on Reddit. Someone made, and I just wanted to like shout out. Yeah, I thought it looked fun, and I love little. I specifically when Spooky Month comes around, I look up one-page games. Last month we did a familiar problem, which Critical Role made and stuff, and we look up these like really easy games where we can like basically read through them together and just see how they play out.
Yeah, and see how I play.
And they just always end up boiling down to chaos. And I'm not against that. It's like it's almost like a breather, like a relaxation. You know what I mean? It's like an exercise in creative like word making.
It's funny because games like these, which like this is such an easy game for anybody to sit down and play.
That's my favorite thing about TTRPGs.
Yeah, about TTRPGs. Yeah. That's the thing is like games like these really showcase like how easy TTRPGs are to just play with like just a couple people or a small group of people. Like you don't need like overly complicated systems to have a lot of fun with your friends. Like you can just sit down and have something ridiculous and silly, and with what dice you have, like this is just D6s. Everybody's got a couple D6s
if you
laying
had
around.
One,
yeah, if you had one D6, you could just roll it 5 times. You don't need a complicated system or a ton of supplies to play something like this. Yeah. And there's just so much fun to be had with like one-page experiences like this, I think.
Yep.
Which I love.
And you could sit down and like I said, we literally didn't go into this knowing what the session would be.
Yeah.
Right? I had a place in mind and a time of the month. Everything else Richard rolled for.
Yeah.
And then we just go from there. And it's the funny thing when people call like, oh, Daggerheart's a rules light system, right? No, this is a rules light system.
Yeah, this is rules light.
Like, is Daggerheart simpler than like a D&D or a Pathfinder or something like that? Or a Cthulhu? Yeah, of course it is. But this is rules light. And there's lots of games like this. So if TTRPGs, if it's something you're worried or, a little trepidatious about jumping into the pool, maybe just dip a toe in.
Yeah.
And there's, like I said, you could just look up one-page RPGs. There's so many of these. There's some really cool ones. Well, like I said, check out, we've got a couple of them on the channel, and, we'll do more of them in the future. I love these things.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you enjoyed this and you want to see more, we're partway through, I guess at this point, almost halfway through Spooky Month. Got a couple more games coming. The next 2 weeks, we'll each be running games. I know what I'll be running. I'll be doing a Daggerheart one shot, and Richard, I have no idea what he'll be running.
I get to play Daggerheart.
So next
exciting.
week you'll see Richard running something for me, and then after that, a little Daggerheart. If you didn't catch it last week, Richard ran a one shot for me in Daggerheart, and that was super fun. But if you've enjoyed all this and you want to see more of it, if you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe or like button if you want, or whatever. If you're on the podcast places like iHeartRadio or Apple Podcasts or Spotify or whatever, 5 stars super duper appreciated. YouTube, Spotify, you can leave comments, even all that stuff. It's super cool. We see everything, even if we don't always reply. We see it all, and then we try to reply, and we get really busy. And then I'm like, Richard, did you reply? And he's like, no, I thought you replied. Just know that. Thank you. We'll get to you. I promise. We try. But if you want to keep those 2 lanterns lit, that's what you got to do. Those positive affirmation things help keep those lanterns lit, everybody. And in the meantime, I've been Tyler,
and I've been Richard,
and we've been True Strike. Cowabunga!
See you later, city.
Bye! Hey, adventurers. Thanks again for joining us today. Please be sure to give us a follow on your favorite podcasting platforms and YouTube. If there's any questions you'd like to write into the show, you can hit us up on Threads, Blue Sky, Instagram. New episodes release every Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern. Thank you for listening to True Strike.